Hello! Am I recording? I hope so. I've been so exhausted that I can't seem to find myself. Well, it's been 2 years since I had a recording. And you can see why that is. I have no idea. Anyway, let me read you something that I wrote to myself. Because it's important. Or impotent. Yes. I never had my nails done. Never. I got drunk and had a free pedicure once. I think I got a tattoo at the same day. You can't see it anymore. Fucking wore off with stupid tattoos. Fucking people don't know how to make them. I bought a plane ticket the same day to Yash. Yash, if you're not extremely familiar with Romania, is a place no one goes to. I went there. I, well, I sort of went there. The day before, I barbecued a lobster with two strippers. Two strippers. Both of them were very nice black women who were very beautiful, but didn't know that they were. So they became strippers. Whereas usually an American woman would just fucking, how do you say, plow that one under and gold dig, and we know where that leads because there's always transference. Anyway, so the lobsters and the lobsters. The girls ate the lobsters, which they didn't like so much as they would have liked sweet things. So we went to the store and we bought fucking weird ass cakes and shit that I'd never seen before in my life. It was horrible. I Had I had a gun, I would have shot something. So there we were in this stupor market, stuporing, and I should have squished the beetle. The, if I have to explain everything, this is never getting anywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the strippers they brought their miniature dogs to the house, which is expected because you always have a stripper with a miniature dog with a lobster at your barbecue. And I think it was the carbon monoxide. They didn't die. The strippers didn't die. But the carbon monoxide, I think, sort of set them off into sleepyland. Them and the dogs too. Everybody went to sleep. Not me. I was socially irresponsible. And I went out. I went. Right now I'm in Spain, but that doesn't matter. So they fell asleep in a rug by the fire in June. Why there was a fire in June? That can only be answered by California. I think I'm missing my face. That was when I made up my mind be socially irresponsible. No, I wanted to be socially responsible, and I drove to the projects with the two sleeping girls and their two sleeping dogs under the power lines in the projects, making a fucking socially just irreprehensible fucking assumption that black strippers lived in a project. Is anyone ready to pull a fucking gun on me? You can't find me. I live in Spain. When I was supposed to, so we went to Cheektowaga, and I said, which one? Looking at the projects. And you could assume what that meant. And they looked at me and they said, pfft. I was like, girl, put your shirt on because the dog is hungry. Apparently, because it was licking her boobs. And she might have been sort of half pregnant. I'm not sure. Or had recently delivered. Not to me, but she delivered to someone. I woke up some hours later in Amsterdam. How the fuck do you get from New York to Amsterdam? It's the same place. At least that's what they said in the movie. But I figure now that it's a good reason to buy insurance, which I'm going to be doing in the future. I loved Yash. Yash had the nuclear power plant, radioactive fallout, the nuclear generation in the center of town. Little orphan boys played baseball in cages that looked like a zoo. It was perfect. It was just like the dream I had. The string entangled in someone who assumed I thought I was gay before of course, every time you're gay, you have to be a pedophile. That's just the way things work. So I have this skin problem, which I don't know how I got. I think it might have been from drinking. It may have choked Artie, but it ain't gonna choke Stymie. And that's how I look at the rest of my life. I'm a little rascal. Do 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 do. My ex thought I was exaggerating when I said, yeah, we can go to Europe, but we're going on one-way tickets. And we ain't coming back unless you pay your whore-ass way. In other words, she needed to fuck a lot of people in Amsterdam while I was in Yash. If you don't stop me, this lie can go on forever. You're obliged to stop me. She's not here. She never came. She should have come. A little coming would have been... A little coming would have been appreciated. But I was not outdone by her plastic Washington Monument, which meant that she didn't spend a lot of time with me. Why did she bother? Did I ruin the future yet? I always not try to ruin a future, but it just sort of comes up on me like a... and I have my blue tongue because of the red wine in them. My guitar is fucking gone. When you have 2 years to think about things, then you think about them and then you stop thinking. I'm going to pass on now into the greater beyond of yesterday. where all of tomorrows come from. Happy hallelujah. Ha! Yeah! I could be anyone right now. And I chose to be me. What a stick in the butt that is.